Hey, this is BT, and I'm going to review the Assen GP 2014 GP, and I think the appropriate song for this weekend's races was you got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to put on rain tires, know when to not. You got to go and switch bikes when you see the clouds gray and you see that wet coming down on the track. Some gambles were made this weekend that didn't pan out, most notably Dominique Aegerter and Valentino Rossi. I think Brad Smith also. But let's go back, and I like to talk about Moto 3. Moto 3, again, you heard me. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's the greatest series there is. Except for, let me tell you something. You know what I hear right now? I hear Alex Marquez. Alex Marquez is coming. Alex Marquez is coming. Alex Marquez. Jack Miller is, I don't know what it is. The track for Moto 3, it was good, right? I mean, the track was good. There's no excuses in Moto 3. None at all. I think the track was a little wet. Maybe didn't dry out all the way, but no excuses, man. You know what I hear? I hear Alex Marquez coming. There's 2 races in a row Alex Marquez won. Great race by him. Fenati wrecked twice. How great Fenati is. He wrecked twice, and I think he finished 18th. He crashed twice. He was up to 12th, I believe. I know he had to get 8th to get the point lead, but I think he did get 8th at one point, and then he had a wreck. He crashed twice. He went wide once, crashed twice, and still finished like 18th. That guy is incredible. It's going to come down, honestly, I'm going to say a 3. Hopefully it'll come down to Valencia like it did last year, and I guarantee you it's going to be Alex Marquez, Jack Miller, and Fenati. I'm going to say the little Italian kid, I can't think of it right now, but those 3 right now, Marquez, Miller, and Fenati, and it's going to be great. You can't help but like that. Anyway, let's move on to Moto 2. Moto 2, I'm not going to lie, man. For a while, I didn't know what was going on. Like, they delayed the race, and I'm not going to lie, it comes on so late, so early here, and I stayed up all night, and I said, well, I'll watch, and next thing you know, I woke up, and the race was going. I was like, okay, are they on the sighting lap? Because they were going real slow. And I was like, what's going on? And it took me a while to realize what happened. So I got out of bed, and I was watching the race, and I was like, where's Dominique Aegerter? And they were going to pass him, but nobody gave him the blue flag, and Dominique was like, well, hey, I got slicks on the back and a rain tire in the front. You know what that's like? That's like wearing one left shoe and one right shoe, but on your left shoes on your right foot, and your right foot's on your right shoes on your left foot. That's what that was like. Why would you do that? I have no idea. I don't race, but and I love Dominic. That's my buddy, but that was the wrong choice. But I mean, you can't fault those guys. It looked like it was going to rain, but it didn't, and the track was wet. So what do you do? And he picked the wrong one. But I tell you what, man, big props to Anthony West. Did his thing. When it's wet, depend on West. Matter of fact, if he ran for any kind of public office, that should be his campaign slogan. If it's wet, vote for West. If it's wet, it's West. Yeah, that's it. Whenever you're watching Moto 2 and it starts to rain and go, uh-oh, it's wet, watch out for West. So West always wins in the wet. West wins in the wet. Say that's a tongue twister. Anyway, I guarantee you guys think this is stupid, and I do too, but I guarantee you'll be going, West wins in the wet. So, yeah, so you'll be saying that. Trust me, you will. Anyway, let's move on to Moto GP. Like I said, man, I hate that the weather screwed everything up, it did, and everybody thought Marquez was going to lose because Aleix Espargaro, who rode a great race, by the way. Aleix rode a great race. He and Danny were fighting out the whole way, but the whole race you're going to get, You know what? It was like watching like a 1-year-old infant running, and you knew and you just watch, they're going to fall, and you're like, You ever watch a little baby, and they're like this, and they're all out of balance. You go, he's going to hit his head right on that coffee table. That's what that was like. But I don't think, they only had like one wreck, and that was Paul Espargaro. But that's what they're watching that race. You're like, And Marquez just goes for it. Remember in qualifying, it just started raining, and he goes, you know what? I ain't got time to waste. And he went up behind Bradley Smith. Then he crowded somebody in the corner. I'm like, this dude don't give a damn. And so that's what he did with Dovey. I mean, the track was wet, and he had to stay on that dry line. And apparently he don't give a shit. Because the way he rode that bike, man, you got to give Marquez credit, man. He makes it fun. And I know he's not going to go undefeated. but it is kind of cool that he's like 7-0. I mean, is it 8? No, 7-0, and it's kind of cool. But man, I got to give Marquez credit. He did it in the race. Of all the races, it was kind of, I don't say boring, but it's kind of But if anybody has MotoGP.com, watch the interview with Lorenzo. This dude is, I've never seen him the way he is now. He basically, if you didn't see it, he said he was thinking about last year and he was afraid of crashing, and that's why he finished so bad. He was like, we switched bikes here, and I was thinking about last year, and I was thinking about crashing, and it's not a good place to be. Yeah? And I was like, what is wrong with this dude? I mean, he's done. As far as like that race, he was done. He finished. I mean, it was horrible. I've never seen Lorenzo like this. It's not really a lot of fun watching him like this, but it is what it is. But man, it was hard to watch. It really was. But props to Dovi. Dovi is bringing Ducati back single-handedly. Dovi and Annoni, and it's kind of great because those two Italians are bringing the Italian brand back. I know Dovi wants to win. If he goes to Suzuki, that's a big gamble. But Dovi rides the shit out of those bikes. Remember, he rode that Tech 3 bike like it was going out of style. He's riding this Ducati like it's going out of style. Honestly, Dovi messed up by when they gave him that third bike. Remember that third bike that Honda had, and he didn't win I don't think he won I think he won one Grand Prix, and he didn't really produce. And that's where Dovi screwed up. Other than that, man, Dovi he's kicking ass with Ducati. 2 podiums, 2 second places on Ducati. Props to Dovi. Anyway, I thought the race was okay. I really thought it was okay. Props to Marquez for making it fun. And he did the thing like that. He did the like that. What I thought was great. And he climbed up on that camera stand, which is awesome. Props to him. Man, I really wanted Rossi to make a race. Rossi, here's a look on Yamaha, the whole Yamaha garage, right, during the race. Just Lynn Jarvis is like, Rossi is the top man in that garage right now. He's the top man in that garage. Matter of fact, Tech 3, you can have an argument. Tech 3 is better than the factory team. Bradley and Paul Espargaro kicking ass, man. So I think it's great racing. They got one more race, and that's the Sachsenring. I love saying Sachsenring. It's the Sachsenring. And the track in Germany, and also Lorenzo had a wreck there. So it's gonna be amazing to see how he does mentally, man. It's weird to watch. You got to watch it. So, guys, watch that. Watch the Sachsenring. If you want to give me some comments, give me some comments. Put it on my Facebook page and also my Funny Man 6868 channel on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. It's real quick. And like I said, heed my words. Alex Marquez is coming Moto3. That's 2 weeks in a row, 2 races in a row where the Marquez brothers have won Moto3 and MotoGP. Man, it's good racing. It's the best I think it's been as far as overall in the last couple of years, and I got to give it to Mark and the young cats coming up. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later, and peace.